Good morning, everyone. This is Lianca from Secured Signing. I am the content marketing manager here, and today I will be speaking to Gene from LawHawk about his experiences with secured signing digital signatures and how it has actually benefited his clients. And he's also talking about some referral use cases. So before I talk too much, welcome, Gene.
Thank you.
I will just be starting with the first question today. First question would be, when did you first start using secured signing and how did you hear about the platform?
We first met secured signing through the founder, Mike, at the LawFest conference in 2017. So we were seated beside each other for most of the day. And so it gave us a great opportunity to find out about what we were each doing and how we could perhaps collaborate together. So our business is focused very much on document automation. And so one of the things that we help our customers with a lot is creating contracts where you have a lot of signing blocks that need to be incorporated.
Oh, that's great. Thank you for sharing that. Next question, which I'm really interested as well. What initially attracted you to secured signing over other digital signature platforms?
I mean, it was very much the smart tag functionality that captured our attention to begin with, because we could see how easy it was to configure them. You've got a lot of flexibility in terms of identifying who the people are, what order you want to sign in, whether you want to use multi-factor authentication, whether you want to send them text messages. It was very functional and easy to get started with.
So with all your research that you have done compared to other solutions, what made you decide that secured signing is a great platform for law firms and legal professionals?
So the functionality that you get, like the smart tags, is super helpful. I think for us as well, being a New Zealand company and knowing that secured signing is also New Zealand based, made it a lot easier for us to be able to use the solution. And sometimes we push it a little outside of what it might ordinarily be used for. So we found it really helpful to be able to contact people at secured signing and get sort of useful advice or suggestions on how we could do some of the things that we really wanted to do. So I think that local support was a really key benefit as well.
And I know you have referred secured signing to quite a few different clients. In just a very short feedback, since referring secured signing to your clients, did you have any feedback from them, what they think?
Yeah, the feedback's been generally really positive. One of the key things with any digital signing, I think, is that you need it to work really well and without issues. So you tend to probably hear more when it hasn't worked if there's a problem, rather than necessarily when it does. So, but in general, the customers that are using it are just continuing to use it regularly. It works really well for them. Once they've built it into their systems and ways of working, it becomes a no-brainer that you would just continue to do digital signing more and more frequently as opportunities come up.
Can you share a specific case where a client benefited from using secured signing? Is there one use case you can talk about or share?
Yeah, no, there's probably a couple actually. One other one that's been particularly successful was in the retirement village space. We had a customer that was buying a new retirement village and they needed to do employment documents for 315 employees. And so we bulk generated all of the employment documents for each employee. And so there was 5 or sometimes more documents per employee. And it all depended on what role they had, which documents they got. But by putting the smart tags in, we could be sure that every employee got every document that they needed. We could load them up into secured signing and send them out, and then you could just see all of them. And some people signed really quickly, and some didn't, but you could track it all super easily. And so the alternative of trying to manage that manually would have been horrendous. It would have taken such a lot of time and cost to do, whereas that combination of automating the documents and including the smart tags made it really quite seamless.
That's interesting. Thanks for sharing that. It's really great to hear how everyone's using it, how they benefited from it as well. I just have, I think, 2 more questions. What challenges do law firms commonly face with digital signing, and how does secured signing solve them?
One is that if you're working on a more complex transaction, a lot of the people who need to sign documents won't be your own clients. And so you can't really send documents out to another lawyer's clients and tell them to sign. You sort of have to go work with the other lawyer on that. And that's always been a bit of a challenge, but I think the new video signing functionality that Secure Signing has could be quite a good enabler in that sense, because you can agree the documents with the lawyer on the other side, and then when they're happy with them, you can actually set up a video signing session, and both lawyers can be there. It could free up some of those more complex signing processes and make it all a lot easier for everybody, because then again, once signing's completed, everybody gets a copy and it's all done very efficiently, and there's no risks that documents or pages get lost, etc. So
Great, thanks for sharing that. I think in my last question, I kind of gathered that you already answered that in your previous answers. Where do you see digital signatures and video signing heading in the legal industry in the next few years?
Yeah, so I think digital signing back in 2017, it was very new. People were nervous about it. They weren't sure if it was even legal or how well it would work. These days, we don't see anybody really having too much of concerns around whether digital signing is going to be okay. Most people have used it several times, and so if you send out a document for signing via digital signing, they tend to know what to do and they're happy to do it. I think, the video functionality, for instance, that secured signing has, offers some additional benefits in terms of a surety that the person that signed was actually the person that you thought was signing, and that they genuinely were happy to sign and there was no duress or anything like that, which sometimes people worry about. So that would be something that I would imagine in coming years will be relaxed as more and more people are confident that this is a good way to be able to manage those transactions and reduce overall costs and make it easier for people to put those kind of important documents in place as well.
Right, thank you, Jean. I must say all your answers are just great. The explanations, the benefits, the hows, the who's. It answered all my questions, and I'm sure the audience would also take a lot of information that you have given and actually maybe use it, or maybe contact you to help them with their law firm's document signing processes. So thank you very, very, very much, Jean, and I am looking forward to doing more business with you.
Brilliant, thanks, it was fun.
Thanks.